adjust something real quick, and then we're gonna redo my intro. So I gotta get everything started out. Right. Okay, give me a second. Settings. Okay, yo guys, what's going on? It's your boy Storm, and today I got a banger for you. Today we're gonna be playing some Fortnite. We're gonna be doing a superhero combo because tonight, wait, let me check. Tonight, let's see, chat. Yes, because tonight, Black Lightning will be coming on tonight, thankfully. Tomorrow we'll be doing a Flash and Superman 1 too. But tonight, the Black Lightning show comes on, and it was pretty epic. No spoilers. Skip ahead a minute or two if you don't want to hear it. If you do not skip ahead right now, you will be reduced to spoilers, and that will not be my fault. Skip a minute ahead. When Jen, starting now, when Jen died, well, I don't know if she would die, but that at the end, where I was drinking something, I was like, I wanted to drop my cup, and I was like, she went up to the upper atmosphere, and her friend TC, one that's like all technology stuff, told her that that's dangerous. Went up there and she evaporated, turned into particles. And he last thing you see was him screaming and then particles. So sad. But yeah, okay. Let's get back into it. Alright, so I pretty much have all the heroes. Like, these are the Avengers. Wait, yeah, Avengers. Avengers first. Captain America, Iron Man. She's gonna be Hulk, Thor, Black Widow. Them are the 5 original Avengers, not including Hawkeye. Black Panther, technically is an Avenger because he helped in Infinity War and Endgame. Captain Marvel, Groot, Rocket. I don't have Star-Lord, unfortunately, and they haven't brought out the other Guardians of the Galaxies yet, like Gamora. Although, hold on a second, I can make Gamora. White and purple. Let me make more. That's Gamora. But alright, yeah, I have the Avengers, pretty much Taskmaster, Domino, Cable, Deadpool, them together. Or Cyclops together too. Daredevil, Mystique. I mean Daredevil by himself. Mystique, Wolverine, Storm, Doctor Doom. All part X-Men. Well, technically Doctor Doom is part of Fantastic Four. But I haven't got none of the Fantastic Four. They ain't brought none of them out. Then you got the DC, Aquaman, Dark Knight, Batman, Green Arrow, Flash. I made some, Batwoman, Black Lightning, Superman, Supergirl. Then you have the Battle Pass characters from this season. The Crew Pack character, Vi. Along with the, I got them organized in Drift Clan skins. Vi. Drift, female version. And then Crystal, my sweat skin, my Wildcat skins, like just make it just like the Wildcat skins, and then my Ant-Man skin. But alright. Today we're gonna be using Black Lightning. I was gonna use Batwoman yesterday, but I was gonna use Batwoman yesterday, but the show did not come on, so no Batwoman yesterday. Now Black Lightning, it's coming on tonight. It has been confirmed, so let's get it. Oh, he has a mask, eye mask. He doesn't have any hair, and unfortunately I don't have a character that doesn't have any hair. But this is it, Black Lightning right here. And I don't know why I did this rap. I'll save that. We're gonna be playing as Black Lightning. And then tomorrow, Supergirl comes on March 31st, so we'll start using her. Then tomorrow's gonna be Flash first, in like an hour stream. That'll get me from like 4:30 to like 5:30. Then 5:30 to 6:30, we'll be doing a Superman stream for Superman, in honor of Superman Lois dropping, you feel me? And I think his heat vision's blue, just like Cars.
Well, I'm glad you agree with me. You know, cross race line,
so let's save that. Alright, but we're gonna be doing Black Lightning today. Now, it did last time when I did his combo and I saved him, I did it with those because his suit's orange, but his lightning color is blue. It doesn't, it's Lightning, his daughter's color is orange. And then he has a girl, his older daughter, that's super strong. Super strong. She'd break your stuff, like, she could stomp and just shatter the ground. All she had to do is hold her breath. That's all she had to do was hold her breath and she just stomp. But yeah, I could do Lightning. I can make her skin. Hang on. Hers was mostly orange and black. She's got her hair cut now. Her eye color be orange. We're gonna play with both of them altering today. I think it was kind of more of a yellowish though. What color is Lightning suit? We're gonna play this until 6 o'clock so that way I can watch the Bad Boys movie before I have to. Okay. Lightning. What color is skin Lightning suit?
I'm gonna be like you guys. I'm gonna cut Chris slack on this. Even though I know that their side would never do the same for us. And I do think that like when you think about like what is really being said out there that's horrible, how is good being got gay? And the horrible thing is that Republicans would pay higher taxes so they could say the N-word. Well, he said that. You have to understand he's talking about white people. This thing's crazy. He's marrying an entire group of people. But because he's on MSNBC, he can say it. So the folks they're right here. Cuomo is. That's the Chris Cuomo. That's what he's the Michael Scott of cable news, right? You know, he looks at it fun. He thinks he's funnier and more charming than he is, and so he thinks he's going to say well laugh. But hey, look at somebody.
Okay, yeah, this is right. It just looks orange when she powers up. Run, for I fry you. Jennifer's like Jennifer's
and then lied about it and covered it up. I think his downfall will be if they bring federal prosecutors in the Justice Department start talking to those aides who covered up the nursing home deaths that happened at hospital.
I wonder where Habitat man she was hanging out with. Dude that had powers.
That's the crime. I think that might be the tipping point for him. But Cuomo brothers get away with everything because they were born and raised in power and privilege. They get away with it because they stay and because their politics are on the right side, meaning the left side. Chris Cuomo, don't forget, last year, nothing happened to him. One that canceled when he said, please show me where it says that protesters are supposed to be polite people. And then people died and got injured and people lost their livelihood all summer long. That is the untouchable. They did one interview with Governor brother and
Okay, her hair's technically sort of black in this one. Let's flip that. That looks more like her suit.
Apparently, that's different. And if you can't keep the thing, if one more woman comes out, then you'll have to resign. Well, now there's multiple, and that's still not happening. I do ask this, Jesse. Where is the vice president on this?
Drop the gats and go. Drop the gats and go. Look, last chance. Drop the gats and go. Drop the gats and go. She said, drop them gats and go. We're gonna play 2 games with my boy Jefferson. We're gonna play 2 games with my boy Black Lightning, sorry, and then Lightning. He said, she said, drop the gats and go. They ain't really got the color of what her hair was. It was like a burgundy. She said, drop the gats and go. Unless you all going down. Drop them gats and go.
an SPV is the Fortnite Power Foundation. And we pay off the money, all the first responders, and those thought who died. Visit PCC.org.
We're gonna play this until about 6:30. Drop the gats and go. Drop them gats and go.
So protect your future from the problems of the world. Invest in stability with Roslyn Capital.
Drop them gats and go. Oh my god, this is gonna take forever, chat. Lightning. She has a hood on that one. I can't do it. I ain't got a hood. Drop the gaps and go. Superman. Okay, if I ain't finished with this by 5:40, I'm done.
Nothing to do with the pandemic. The Wall Street Journal said it creates, quote, the COVID welfare state because it sells people with cash without actually requiring them to work. Dana, what do you think of this? Is this where we are that, you can't agree on not spending money to murder? I tried to find the Democrats' defense of this, and I saw Senator Fisher. One of the things he said is that if you didn't allow these payments, that it might hurt the children. But the thing is, like, if they are talking about Dylan Booth and Garnett, neither of them have children, so that's not going to work. But
drop the gats and go.
What it really says, David, is that be ready for more of this. It really crystallizes the mind from how devastating it was for the Republicans to lose those two generations in Georgia. Because you can't even get Bill Manchin, who's supposed to be moderate, the senator from West Virginia, to agree with Republicans on this issue. Then you're probably not going to get much bipartisan support at all, and the Democrats are going to be in lockstep and watch. They need a shift, including Manchin. It looks like I think that they are going to try to take on the filibuster and then eat by the door.
Drop the gats and go.
But again, it's just kind of spending blows up inflation. Regular folks notice that, and it could come back to bite them in the behind, and it might be 4 years or less than 4 years from now, but it'll eventually hit them.
Yeah, the Democrats alone on gas prices, high food prices. The Republicans didn't vote for that. And a lot of this spending doesn't even really kick in until years going by. It looks like the Democrats know they already have the lower class dependent on government. Now they're trying to get the middle class and upper middle class. Democrat politicians stop this shit. I don't see that happening anytime soon. The Trump IRS is trying to block these payments to these mass murderers until a guy incarcerated for grand theft auto out in California got a little class action lawsuit together to keep the payments flowing.
Drop the gats and go.
A radical left-wing Democrat lawyer with big donations to Obama, Biden, the DNC, and Crime Shop. And then she won because there's nothing in the language that says these guys can't get the payments. So maybe when Joe Biden wraps it up, Peter Ducey can ask him why white supremacist mass shooters and radical Islamic bombers and child rapists are getting taxpayer money when they're all debt broke. So where do they even need the money? Your mom can't be behind that. I'm just struck by this conversation because this bill is so incredibly popular with the American people, Republicans and Democrats, and it just sounds to me like Republicans are grasping at straws, trying to find a way to make it less popular. But sometimes say this is the worst bill ever. But it's just not the worst bill ever. I mean, it's not just about, we're talking about we have to make a distinction between prisoners, jails, and of course the workers. And I think that's part of the Democrats' problem. Somebody should be getting out of jail, as long as they're getting out of jail. So, you want to do it. But the key point to me is that even if you were not in jail, if you were employed, unemployed, if you are poor, if you are rich, if the Republicans had been in charge, and they were in charge under Trump, remember, nobody would be getting any money. Nobody, this relief bill wouldn't be happening. And the American people say that in the aftermath of COVID and the tremendous damage it's done to the American economy, government should be helping the people, and especially the working class and middle class people in this country, the small business owners, the people who are out there who've been unemployed. They want help. Politico has a story today about Republican governors and mayors across the country saying, please stop it, to the Republicans in the Senate. We want this bill.
Greg, it sounds like he's talking to Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer, talking to them last fall when they were tap dancing and dragging their feet trying to hurt President Trump up for re-election and wouldn't move on a stimulus, leaving at least $1 trillion on the table initially to the Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer, and the Democrats wouldn't even let a stimulus go for debate in the fall. So who really gives a damn about the suffering American people? Because people needed the money then, went so down.
Everything you just said, I was going to say what you just said. No, that's true. It's like, the one saying if they would be in charge, they were in charge, that Pelosi let the American public twist it into win because they wanted to get rid of Trump. So it was Pelosi who held off relief while people were getting sick and people were dying and people were losing their jobs and their businesses. The fact is, the reason why this bill is so popular is that it's huge. So no one reads it, and two, it gives everyone money. Of course, people are going to like something that they didn't read, but gives them money. Politicians know that. Politicians love being there to sign the check, but they don't like the responsibility of actually that comes with it, seeing where it goes and what it does. I'm interested in what it does. I mean, some people should think about this. Like, what does a person do with $1,600 when they're in death row? Is there an ATM? Do they go to the deposit and go to part of people actually want to care that, like, there are 713,000 violent criminals, multiply that by 1,400, it's $998
Crystal.
Maybe you could be interested in finding
Crystal.
out what happens to the $1 billion and
Boom.
practice the solution for this cross-reference it, and then when the checks come to the prison, they don't get them. How easy is that? I did that in 10 minutes. Thanks.
Coming up, the CDC is
Reese.
on when you can start wearing a mask. But
Reese.
free records going into pieces in Florida.
When you bought this plan,
Alright, do it. Let's. Man. Man. This person, man. Boom! I got them all in order with lightning. Yeah, we're gonna start with him. Yeah, let's get it. Say it, yeah, let's get it. Prison breakout. You know what? We're just gonna use. We can only use. I can only use one of them if I want to, and I think I'm gonna use her. And if I like this game mode, I'm gonna keep playing it with her. And if I don't like it, or if it's okay, I might just swap back. I might, whenever I'm the guard, like wherever I have the chance to be the guard, I'll be her. But whenever it makes me, well, I'll never be able to tell. Dang it. It's just one of those games you can change your skin, whichever thing you was.
Gardening, woodworking, and just the sense of life that I
Support a creator. Oh. I support myself. No. I create storm. Storm surge. Boom, it's it. It's too late now to apologize. Why am I a prisoner? It's kind of gay. Let's go, yeah, let's go. I want to change teams.
There's a way that I can communicate with patients now in a way I never could before. They have their own EKG in their pocket. With CardioMobile, your personal EKG device, you can take a medical grade EKG in just 30
Yeah, I'm on the guards team.
CardioMobile is proven to detect atrial fibrillation, one of the leading causes of stroke, and it can also detect normal heart rate, bradycardia, and tachycardia. Because you can't see your cardiologist every day, but you can see your CardioMobile every day. It's never been more important to check your heart pulse. CardioMobile is available for $89. Order at cardiomobile.com or Amazon. Why should you switch to PureTalk? Because they use the same data for much less. With plans at $30 a month for unlimited talk, text, and 6 gigs of data with no contract. The average family saves over $70 a month by switching to PureTalk. And remember, you'll get the same number of bars because it's on the same network as the larger providers. Dial pound 250 and say Pure TV to save 50% off your first month. The wide open beauty of Florida. Stress and soak up some peace of mind. Make each day shine exactly the way it's whatever getaway you're imagining, you can make it real. Welcome back to CNC. And when you can stop wearing a mask, seeing people again. People in a small group without face coverings or social distance. All this comes from spring breaker storms in Florida. Local leaders there concerned the swarm of college students leads to new COVID hotspots. You're our spring break expert. So this is a personal decision. If you're not vaccinated, would you wear a mask around a group of people? What do you think? If I'm not vaccinated, would I wear a mask around a large group of people? Yeah. Not Going in the water. I wouldn't send my daughter not because of COVID. I wouldn't send them because of Trump's war. But they said that the Super Bowl parties were going to be this big spreader event. In a month, hospitalizations, deaths, and cases of down. And right now, let's take a look and see what this guy we can learn from.
That's so big, and if you're the mayor in Miami or some of these other towns where the young people are walking for spring break, what do you do? What would you say?
Personal responsibility. You know what? They know that they should wear a mask if they're indoors and close to one another, but they're not in high-risk groups. One of the worst decisions was to close all the beaches. It was like the closing of the restaurant for the second time here in the city. Clustered people indoors where the transmission was greater. So that was a bad decision in hindsight. But why did it take this long for the CDC to come out with this guidance? One out of 4 adults for this country is going to take one shot. It's close to 25%. And they come out with this, which was the equivalent of telling people it's cold in the winter and hot in the summer. You can hang out with people who've also been vaccinated. Meantime, the travel industry, the CDC, cases are extremely high. Airplanes are not a source of transmission and virtually safe. But that's where the CDC is, helping us no way, no how. Hot sack of garbage.
All right, so Greg, a lot of the governors are saying that they are going to do away with the mask mandate. You know, Texas and Mississippi just say that they're open. You know, just the politics of it. Do you think they don't want Biden to succeed? They don't want to give him credit for pulling us out of the COVID pandemic?
No, I don't think that at all. I think that they're actually looking at the science. We know what the factors are, and one of the factors, being outside, is good. Ventilation is incredibly important. Obesity is bad. Countries with low rates of obesity have low rates of disease. Age is important. The younger you are, the more likely you will beat COVID. That's why even poorer countries have lower rates, because they have a younger average age of citizens. So when you take low weight, low age, and ventilation, you're in good shape. So the people you have to worry about are older, obese people in close quarters who stay inside. The first dose.
Let's go. No longer criminal.
The second dose gets you to 94%. What about the people that are somewhat at risk who haven't gotten the first dose? Shouldn't they be a priority before the other gets a second? Is it better to get 60 million people to 87% than 30 million to 94%? There's 100% certainty that in the next few weeks, someone is going to die because they weren't vaccinated. Busy trying to get 87% to 94% instead of getting 0 to 84%.
So the politics of this are a lot of voters were not satisfied with how Trump had handled it. How do you think this is all going to play out in 2022?
Well, I think that actually people are pretty willing to say that President Biden should give President Trump a lot of credit for getting the vaccine to where it is today. I think that that's true. But, you know, President Biden is going to give his first primetime address, but a more fulsome address this Thursday, which was the year anniversary of President Trump declaring a national emergency. This has really been, this is something every American has dealt with, whether you're Republican or Democrat. I just also want to say this. I'm talking to someone this week whose mother finally got her vaccine. She had not touched a single person in a year. And she was finally able to come and see her grandchildren and get some time. And what that can do to help also, not just the nation economically as people get back out, but the mood, I think that's going to be good regardless of party.
I think you're right. I had that experience this weekend, Dana. First time in a year the grandkids came to dinner.
Wow.
Got one of them in the city. I repeat, we have one of them in the city. We have one of them in the city.
Next for you on the spot.
I'm moving to the recepts.
Not everybody wants to get sick. That's why I always think it's you. Customize my car insurance so I only pay for what I need. Because I do things a little different. Hey, I'll take one, please. Wait. This isn't a hot thing? No. Can't you see the sign? Wait.
Robbery in progress, copy.
Get your way, well, the next one's on me. Only pay for what you need.
You're clearly someone who takes care of yourself. So why would you treat for colon cancer? Because when caught in early stages, it's more treatable. I'm Cologuard. I'm non-invasive and detect altered DNA in your stool to find 92% of
They finna try to break the prisoners out.
even in early stages. It's for people 45 plus and average risk for colon cancer, not high risk. Both positive and negative results may occur. Ask your prescriber or an online prescriber if Cologuard is right for you.
I'll do it.
Good plan.
Get back to jail, criminal. Oh. Criminals never prevail. Yeah. Criminals never prevail. Criminals never prevail. Criminals, prisoners never prevail. Criminals, prisoners prevail. Prison hallway wall destroyed. Oh crap. It's a breaking ambush.
Right now at Greenway Chevrolet of Spartanburg. $99 down and $99 a month for the first 3 months on a huge selection of used cars and trucks.
We have to get to the prison. Get some head in there myself. We have shots fired. Oh. 1096, shots fired.
Well, that's about to change. Meet the Dexcom G6. It shows your glucose right in your
Dude, I didn't even know this place was here.
Finally, technology that makes it easier for us to manage our diabetes.
And take a stand against coronavirus. Wear a mask in public. Stay at least 6 feet apart from others. And get tested.
I just lost all my ammo.
Visit scdx.gov/COVID-19.
Get tested for COVID-19 helps you to take the steps needed to protect yourself, your loved ones, and your community. Find the testing location at scdx.gov/COVID-19 testing.
Well, cancel culture has some new targets. A member of the band Mumford & Sons is facing backlash for praising conservative journalist Andy Ngo on his new book about Antifa.
Prison wall has been
Plus,
destroyed.
a New York Times columnist coming after classic cartoon characters saying that Pepe Le Pew, quote, normalized rape culture, and that Speedy Gonzalez has popularized racial stereotypes. Jesse, do you need me to hold your hand, or you got this?
I got this. The Pepe Le Pew being Me Too'd is hysterical because any young man watching Pepe Le Pew, they don't even play with young girls. The girls have cooties. We don't go near them. And then when they're old enough, enough, say your first 6th grade dance, do you see a bunch of 6th grade boys seducing and kissing the other 6th grade girls? No. They're staring at their shoes, terrified, afraid to even ask the 6th grade girls to dance. So I don't see how that's influencing anything at all. Speedy Gonzalez is a legend in Latin American culture. The white liberals tried to cancel him 20 years ago from the Cartoon Network, and Hispanics were so upset they got to put back on. The guy is witty, he's fast, he always wins. They're saying that they're upset because his friend Slowpoke Rodriguez was depicted as lazy and dumb. Do you have any white cartoon characters that are depicted that way? Elmer Fudd, Sleepy, Dopey, Beavis and Butthead? You don't see me protesting.
You can't rely on that one. Greg, I'll give you the cartoons or one of your favorite bands, Mumford and Sons.
Well, okay, there's 2 points to make here. Andy Ngo is probably one of the only few truly investigative journalists left. Purely by definition, he picked out one of the most dangerous areas of research, and it's a place that liberal journalists refuse to cover because their interests are too closely aligned to the violent activists that Andy Ngo puts his life on the line for. Now, when you look at Mumford and Sons, it's cancellation by proximity. What I used to call the expanding bullseye of demonization. It's not just the target that gets smeared, but anyone who shares the risk. Because people on the hard left that are doing the cancel do not want you to share the risk. So you have to join hands with people who are getting it back and defend them.
And Juan, what do you think about any of this?
Well, I think, with the Mumfords and
I think the
Sons,
dude don't know what he's doing.
musicians use social media to gain audience. I mean, they want people to listen to their music, buy their music, but live by the sword, maybe you die by the sword. Sometimes people don't react positively to what you have to say on social media, so that's what happened here. The book is being published, it's not canceled. Well, that's why, yeah.
All right, but then doesn't that get to the whole idea that Barry White wrote about last week? It's self-censorship. I mean, the guy from Mumford and Sons should be able to read about whatever is on his mind. Right, exactly. And the fact that he liked Andy Ngo's book makes me want to like Mumford and Sons. And I didn't think anything could make that happen. We got something to get by to love Mumford and Sons. Let me take care. All right, one more thing. What's up next?
Chevy Silverado tractors. When you have a 2-inch lift, when you have Goodyear Track tires, when you have Rancho shocks and an integrated fuel exhaust, when you have all that, last thing you need is oil. The Chevy Silverado tractors, ready to offer, right for the job. This isn't just great. These aren't just shipments. They're promises. Big promises, small promises, cuddly shaky promises. Each with a time and a place and promise to be. And the people who hold them in never turn away a promise. Or make an empty promise. A promise is everything. Because it means everything to you.
For $10,150, please sell us your car.
Okay, it's about 7 o'clock.
Do they have life insurance?
No,
But we have life insurance. John.
I'm trying to find something we can afford.
Unfortunately, you have only a few minutes, so let's talk down a $500,000 policy for only $29 a month. And his wife Anne a $500,000 policy for only $21 a month. Listen, let's slow down the rock now and get the
He'd say, keeping an oyster business growing dramatically. To hire, you do. Well, maybe from our resume database. Claim your $75 credit. Post your
inflammation, or high blood pressure. Don't take Breztri more than prescribed. Breztri may increase your risk of thrush, pneumonia, and osteoporosis. Chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision changes, or eye pain occur.
For real protection, ask your doctor about Breztri. Guys, is this your new normal? My problem is right in the middle. All right. Lose the weight with Nutrisystem Prevent. Lose up to 18 pounds in your first month. Lose weight fast. Run your Make Nutrisystem Prevent your new normal. That's all I need.
Bloom and stuff.
Now and save 50% off a month of food and shakes. Go online or call 877-977-7777.
Y'all scared.
That's one of the best openings of a book that you'll ever see. That, by the way, that advice is one of the just like you got to the first paragraph.
I'll drink to that. Thank you, John. Thanks, everyone. We'll see you on Tucker tonight.
You never said that about my books. You know what? I'm done with this simultaneous. Yeah. All right, Jesse. Wow, Dana came between Greg and Scott.
Dangerous.
Happy International Women's Day, everybody. As everybody knows, nobody cherishes women more than I. There's my mother, Ann Waters, and my sister, Eliza. Happy International Women's Day to Eliza, who I'm not sure if she approves of being featured on Fox. And happy International Women's Day to Emma, who is very pregnant in this picture. Good for her, looking amazing. And the twins, Sophie and Ellie, happy Women's Day. And of course, Dagan and Dana. And also you, Greg, you sometimes exhibit some female characteristics. So happy International Women's Day to you. Enjoy that. That's a very I don't know what to make of that. We have 20 seconds. Juan, go for it.
All right, so 50 years ago today, fight of the century, Ali versus Frazier at Madison Square Garden. Take a look. Wow.
That's it for us. Thanks for it. Some tomfoolery. Ali for Meghan Markle, Harry versus the Royals. Well, I was taken to the core by the interview last night, Brett, and I was so grateful that you held me throughout.
I killed your buddy. Ha ha, I killed your buddy.
Good evening, I'm Brett Baer. The crisis at the southern border is once again confounding the new administration as they
Bro, you're bad. I'm back. Big sad. Don't care. Stay mad. Yeah, default dance is full. Bro, you suck, bro. No, you the default. No. You the default. Boy. Default. Let's go. Hey. Let's go. You wanna go outside? Let's go. Hey.
official effects more focused on COVID-19.
Bro. Yeah, they won't come out of here. Bro, they ain't doing nothing but hiding down here like some fags. Bro, y'all some cowards.
We did speak to many of the folks involved, including
Well, I know what to do. TV plus 30 plus grapes plus apple and ice. Ooh, that sounds like a nasty drink.
Refugee resettlement has notified facilities they may temporarily reactivate capacity within full license capability up to safe occupancy levels.
CDC also put out some guidelines. Many of you may have seen, I believe it was on
Bro, I'm not
Thursday or
scared.
Friday, that will allow
You won't.
Remarks about International Women's Day.
Dude won't dare step up in here. Prisoner's trying to live his life. The prisoner's just trying to live his life. He like, man, leave me alone. Don't put me in this gang war.
But still, no formal solo press conference.
He has said about
Bro, you're so bad, bro. You're a freaking default. You're default, bro. Default. Default.
And that may be the kind of access White House has in mind after a solo presser they promise will happen this month.
I don't know that you'll see him more than 40 times a month, but I'm happy to ask him that question.
And so we don't try to get tonight to ask any questions about the Senate filibuster.
Default. Hey, come on, let's go. We gotta go kill this man.
Package in the upper chamber, and the president answered that he would talk about that.
Hey! Bro, he played himself. Yeah, bro, you the only one. Freaking scrub.
Mario from Honduras is one of thousands of asylum seekers forced to remain in Mexico along the border in Matamoros. Where are you living? Madrid. Madrid, yeah. Temporary of the Rio Grande River. Down 24 hours ago because of the conditions in the camp. What non-governmental organizations describe as inhumane and dire.
They need a safe place to find respite, and they need access to resources that they don't have right now.
I'm gonna report this dude.
Approximately 800 migrants that were in the camp most crossed into the U.S. illegally after Biden lifted Trump's Remain in Mexico policy. DHS officials do not test the migrants for COVID before releasing them, so that falls on the city of Brownsville. Of the 1,553 asylum seekers tested under the catch and release protocols, 185 have tested positive since January, according to the city of Brownsville. Back in Matamoros, migrants like Alberto, an asylum seeker from Mexico, is hopeful the new administration will be a saving grace.
I'm waiting for somebody like me. People feel that Mexican people, I like these people.
So it won't be a man and go swap teams.
The Biden administration is making contingency plans to house illegal immigrants within the U.S. One of those potential sites is Fort Lee, Virginia. That's where correspondent David Spotty is tonight. Good evening, David. Right, good evening to you. Republicans are calling this a crisis. Democrats are calling it a challenge. No matter whatever the wording is, Fort Lee, Virginia, about 30 miles south of Richmond, Virginia, may, and I want to stress the word may, become a home for unaccompanied children. Recently, members of the administration were here at this Army post conducting a site survey to see if Fort Lee would work.
We don't have, right now, a request for assistance from HHS to put unaccompanied minors on any military installation right now. All that happened last week was a site survey visit.
Right as of a week ago, there were approximately 7,700 unaccompanied kids in the care of the Department of Health and Human Services. Right now, kids are staying in that department's care for around 42 days. The Biden administration is working to shorten that time period. That's where a place like Fort Lee may come in. I spoke to several residents in the area who seem open to the idea.
I think that that's amazing for the community. I think somewhere for those kids to go and to be safe and protected.
But not everyone is on board. Newly elected Republican Congressman Bob Good from Virginia says it's a bad idea. He wrote on Twitter, when open borders turn to every state into a border state, it's time for President Biden to address this crisis. This would not be the first time such a thing happened. During the Obama administration and Trump administration between 2012 and 2017, around 16,000 children were housed in 5 in Texas, California, Oklahoma, and New Mexico. Again, to stress, there has been no formal guidance, no formal request submitted for Fort Lee, Virginia. We'll continue to watch it. Brett.
David, thank you. The president is offering deportation relief and work permits to as many as 320,000 undocumented Venezuelans living inside the U.S. The move to grant the Venezuelans temporary protected status would fulfill a campaign promise by President Biden. Senior officials said the U.S. is working to coordinate international pressure on disputed President Nicolas Maduro to hold free and fair elections there. Embattled New York Democratic Governor Andrew Cuomo is digging in tonight, insisting he will not resign. That comes after 2 more women come forward with sexual harassment allegations over the weekend, and dozens of lawmakers are now calling for him to step down or be thrown out. Correspondent Brian Yanis has the latest tonight from Brooklyn.
There's been one bombshell after another. Tonight, Republican New York State lawmakers are circulating a resolution to impeach Governor Andrew Cuomo. I think we will continue to push it because we think he's unable to hold government in the state's 50 state assembly members to impeach Cuomo. According to the latest Fox News count, at least 47 New York State lawmakers are now calling for Cuomo's resignation or impeachment. But in a telephone news conference Sunday, Cuomo was defiant. No. But I'm not going to either. Today, New York Attorney General Letitia James appointed former mayor and acting U.S. Attorney June Kim and employment discrimination attorney Ann Clark. The sexual harassment allegations against Cuomo. Kim prosecuted former New York Democratic Congressman Anthony Kennedy for sexting a minor, and also put Cuomo's royal right hand man and campaign manager.
Bro, let me see. Hey, let me see. I got you.
Over the weekend, the state's top 2 Democratic leaders turned on
No, a little bit. There you go.
writing, "We need to govern without daily distraction. For the good of the state, Governor Cuomo must resign." It came as accusations now number 5, as 2 former aides came forward. Anna Lips accused Cuomo of inappropriate behavior by kissing her hand, and Karen Hinton said Cuomo hugged her inappropriately in a hotel room. Today, the governor visited the Javits Center on Nassau.
But don't let me try it, bro. I'll body your sorry little self. Let's go, bro. Finally, man left, bro. Such a scrub.
Remains under investigation for allegedly covering up the number of COVID-19 deaths in the state's nursing homes.
We should never forget about the nursing home issue.
Governor Cuomo's refusal to resign is evoking comparisons
Nope.
to Virginia's Ralph Northam, who did not resign in 2019, despite calls from top Democrats to step down over a race photo from his Yale medical school. Northam is still governor. The question is, will Cuomo still be? Brett?
Tonight, we have a better idea how people who've taken the coronavirus vaccine can move about safely among their friends, family, and co-workers. The much-awaited new CDC guidelines are now out. Correspondent Jonathan Serry has our report from Atlanta.
The CDC issued its first guidance on safe activities for Americans who are fully vaccinated against the coronavirus, a first step in America's efforts to resume everyday life.
You can visit your grandparents if they've been vaccinated and they have been sick.
Fully vaccinated people may gather in private without masks or social distancing. They can also visit
No. Go back in.
in the same house, as long as they have no risk factors for complications. Vaccinated individuals do not need to quarantine or get tested if they have no symptoms. More than 60 million Americans
I got headphones. fart. I gotta start. I gotta start. I've gotta freaking start. I've gotta freaking start. Gotta freaking fart. Gotta freaking fart. Gotta freaking start. Gotta freaking start. I'm just gonna keep saying start. Gonna keep saying fart. Gonna keep saying fart. Gonna keep saying start. Faggot boy.
If you go back in school, promise by March 1, work exceedingly well. High school students will likely become eligible for vaccines in the fall, and clinical trials of an experimental pill show promising results in treatment in infected patients.
This game's stupid. Really be rookie. Okay, Pookie. Really be right, Pookie. Yeah, I'm the highest level in here. What the heck you mean? Yeah, what? Wait. I'm the highest level in here. What the freak you mean? Look at me. Wait, what? No, I'm level 172, baby. Let me try that. Oh. I know what's wrong. Oh. Since I was already created when I got that level, it don't count. Ugh. Bro, need to turn this dude into a prisoner. It's a higher level to where I can swim in it. I'm gonna play the game through my phone. So I gotta use the bathroom. So you probably won't hear me talk, you'll just hear me. Open courtyard gate. Really be late.
Bipolar depression. This is dark. This is art inspired by real stories.
Hey.
People living with bipolar depression. Emptiness. A hopeless struggle. The woes of bipolar depression can disrupt your life and be hard to manage. Latuda can make a real difference in your symptoms. Latuda significantly bipolar depression symptoms.
Comment. Spectrum. Bro, I don't leave a voicemail.
These are not all serious side effects. This is where I want to be. Talk to your doctor and ask if Latuda can make the difference you've been looking for in your bipolar depression.
Ideas electrify you. They grow from our imagination, but they can't be held back. They want to be set free, to make the world more responsible and
Freeze. Don't do it. Put your hands up, Flash. Flash. Told you to put your hands up, didn't I?
Introducing Let's Get Checked. Health testing you do at home. Know your health. Know yourself. Order now at letsgetchecked.com.
Open the gate.
There's a very real crisis on our southern
Hey Cole, hi John. Your interior design firm is having some internet issues. We do a lot of online design consultations and our internet lags. A lot.
It makes for very frustrating clients.
Switch to Spectrum Business.
How? blast him, bro. Tried to kill me. Wait. No.
Okay, wait. It has to be reliable.
Spectrum Business has over 99.9%. And even at the tower.
All right, that's impressive.
What's even more impressive is the value. 200 megabits per second for $49.99 a month, and at business phone for just $19.99 a month. Call 855-344-4144 today.
The U.S. Capitol Police says it's looking forward to investigations. Army Lieutenant General he is calling a quick response team at the Capitol, along with sentencing and Republicans have criticized the task force.
Boom, big nigga.
By Democrats.
Big six.
Missouri Republicans
Big wigs. Hey, get in here now.
will not run for re-election.
I heard them all.
In the House in 2 terms as Missouri Secretary of State. Blunt is the 5th Now the House's term to pass judgment on the president's coronavirus relief package. That bill passed the Senate over the weekend with some changes from the original version that came out of the House. Chief Washington. Bill as amended. On the modified $1.9 trillion COVID relief package, and Senate Democrats are urging their House colleagues to stick together. Make the case, sir, for progressives in the House why they should support this bill.
Freeze.
Concern is getting COVID-19 behind us from a medical point of view. As quickly as possible.
Republicans noted includes more than $300 billion to make the state, but won't be spent until long after the country is vaccinated. $350 billion for state and local governments, though some saw tax revenues go up during COVID. And workers dealing with COVID.
You don't get my guns, dude.
$1 million is currently unspent.
Bro, they're armed. Be careful. They are armed.
Enhanced federal unemployment benefits were trimmed in the Senate from $400 per week to $300. Some House progressives are expressing frustration. $15 minimum wage didn't make it through the Senate.
Gotcha.
There are a couple people who are concerned, and there's a lot of frustration that the minimum wage increase wasn't in there. Republican Senators Bill Cassidy and Tom Cotton offered an amendment to ensure that $1,400 rebate checks in the bill are not issued to prisoners. All Republicans were on board, but Democrats defeated it.
They had a chance on Saturday morning to stop checks from going to prisoners, from going to the Boston bomber, for instance. And on that vote, they declined.
Whoa, they armed.
Sending checks. So Democrats are emphasizing changes made in the Senate are relatively minimal and are keeping the focus
They
on
are armed.
passing this package swiftly and sending it to Congress.
Now, a leading Senate Democrat is signaling he's open to some changes. Democrat, West Virginia Democrat Senator Joe Manchin says he supports the legislative filibuster, but thinks it should be more difficult to invoke.
The filibuster, it really should be.
Walked right into that.
Over the years, not intention, maybe just
Open courtyard gate now.
has to be more painful.
No.
Is under intense pressure from the progressive left, which is upset that he, as a moderate, has too much power to slow down their agenda. It is not entirely clear what the practical impact of the bill would mean. White House President Psaki reiterated that the president's preference is not to get rid of the filibuster. Psaki argues the White House is with it. Thanks in part to Manchin and his vote. Mike, thank you. The Dow hit an all-time high on the way to gaining 306 points today. The S&P 500 was down 21.
Prison lockdown initiated.
311 entering correction territory there. Up next, for a snag to hit the trial of the former police officer accused in the George Floyd.
They're in the prison.
Tell you what went wrong on day one. First, here's what some of our Fox affiliates.
Bruh.
Officers in Boulder shoot pepper balls and tear gas.
Dude got out.
A block party turns violent. Police say rioters pelted officers with glass bottles, rocks, and other objects. More than 700 people were involved there. No
Dude escaped. Oh, this dude's the criminal. Oh, it's because he's on the outside of the wall, bro.
Police spokesman says the fight started over someone cutting in line. The company that owns the store says it's deeply concerned and is investigating that incident. And this is a live look at Orlando from our affiliate, Fox 35. One of the big stories there tonight, Walt Disney World's Blizzard Beach reopens after the coronavirus shutdown. The water park did not reopen with Disney's other 4 Florida parks last July. It is operating with enhanced cleaning, temperature checks, and physical distancing. Plus, masks are to be worn in all common areas there. That's tonight's live look outside the Beltway from Special Report. We will be right back.
Stupid.
An Air Force veteran.
Open.
USAA reached out before he could even inspect the damage. That's how you do it right. USAA just the way Martin's family needs it.
PlayStation remote.
He got paid before his got started. Because doing right by our members, that's what's right. USAA. What you're made of, we're made of.
I like the cut, G. Wham.
America has fostered a free and accessible internet that grows our economy and strengthens our national security. How our leaders respond to tech concerns will shape the internet of the future. Privacy, national security, American innovation. The stakes are high. Smart regulation will strengthen confidence in America's tech industry and promote our values around the world. Our leaders in Washington can help ensure that America preserves a competitive edge. Learn more. Moderate to severe Crohn's disease. I was there. Just not always where I needed to be. Sure. I hope so. So I talked to my doctor about Humira. I learned Humira is for people who still have symptoms of Crohn's disease after trying other medications. The majority of people have significant symptom relief and as little as 4 weeks.
I ain't no prisoner.
Including lymphoma have happened, affect blood, liver, and nervous system problems, serious allergic reactions, and new or worsening heart failure. Tell your doctor if you've been to areas where certain fungal infections are common, if you have TB, hepatitis B, or protein infections, or have flu-like symptoms or sores. Don't start Humira if you have an infection. Be there for you and them. Ask your gastroenterologist about Humira. With Humira, remission is possible. This year, we are searching for something. Not far away from home, but far away from our daily routine. What we found was an amazing place. Space to have fun and privacy.
I've been pursuit of a hostile. Trap 3. Trap 2. I've knocked one. Mayday. Prisoner lockdown. I think dude escaped and then he went back in.
When we started Carvana, they told us that selling cars 100% automatic wouldn't work. But we went to work.
Now you can drop those guns. You can't drop those guns, right? I feel like that's what he's trying to do is drop the guns. Hey, where's this lead? Guard shop. Oh my.
That's why we've become the nation's fastest growing retailer. Because our customers love it.
My God.
At Carvana.com.
40. Whoa.
The trial of a former Minneapolis police officer accused of
30.
murder in the death of George Floyd hits a snag on what was supposed to be the first day of jury selection. Correspondent Matt Finn tells us what happened tonight from Minneapolis.
The highly anticipated trial in George Floyd's death came to a screeching halt this morning in its opening moments.
Utah shares.
We're not trying to delay this case. We want to try this case, but we want to try it right. And we only have the ability to try it once.
The delay is over a third.
I knew it. He's trying to go to the prisoners with them weapons.
Former Minneapolis police officer Derek Chauvin.
And the stupid idiot doesn't know you can't do that.
On Floyd's neck for nearly 9 minutes.
Okay.
The prosecution and defense both agree the trial should
Oh,
not
come on.
until question about the third-degree charge is settled. Chauvin's defense attorney says it will file an appeal for the appellate court to review its own decision.
Criminal.
The prosecution argues if the trial proceeds without clearly defined charges, it runs the risk of having a conviction overturned. Writing in its appeal, there is no need for this kind of certainty in any case. I don't want a case of this magnitude. Judge Peter Cahill says the appellate court has jurisdiction over adding that third-degree charge and that jury selection should continue as they await a decision, saying in court that jurors can adjust if a lesser third-degree charge is later added.
I do find that the other matters, including jury selection, are not matters related to the appeal and that we should go forward on them.
At this hour, still no decision from the appellate court on whether this trial will be delayed. Jury selection was rescheduled for tomorrow morning, but even that could be postponed. Brett.
Man, ain't no one stupid enough to rob the bank. Utah's chairs. You're a criminal. Some more shields.
Details and getting reaction to their big interview from senior foreign affairs.
I just didn't want to be alive anymore.
Prisoners.
Of Sussex reflecting on the difficulties of life inside the palace bubble, their decision to quit their official duties, and their relationship with the royal family. Did you let James cry?
No.
A wedding bombshell.
3 days before our wedding, we got married.
Conversations about the color of their son Archie's skin ahead of his birth.
We had in tandem the conversation of he won't be given security, not going to be given a title, and also concerns and conversations about how dark his skin might be when he's born.
Today, Oprah said she still doesn't know who raised the issue of race.
Maybe he did not share the identity with me, but he wanted to make sure that I knew, and if I had an opportunity to share it, that it was not his grandmother, nor his grandfather.
Headlines of UK's news frenzy. UK Prime Minister Johnson refused to be drawn into the controversy.
Our royal family today.
Among Brits, the interview drew mixed reaction.
Dilly's coffee.
Because I think she's a bit of a control freak.
I find it very helpful that both Harry and Meghan are talking about mental health. For the Queen, you know, the whole thing is just, it's not necessary. We have enough problems in this world without people making more.
Stateside, the White House weighed
Dude's finna try to open that explosives place.
private citizens, but
For anyone to come forward.
Oh, now you want to accept my friend request.
With mental health and tell their own personal story, that takes courage. And that's certainly something the president believes.
Something coffee.
thus far, herself. Her husband, Harry's 99-year-old
I see him.
father, Prince Philip, remains hospitalized following a heart procedure.
Up next, the panel on the first other stories beyond our borders tonight. Local
anti-government protests in North Korea. Graphic videos backing away from tear gas, responding with rocks.
Prisoners.
After a flurry of what seemed to be automatic gunfire. The U.S. and South Korea reached agreement in principle on a new cost-sharing arrangement for American troops there. The State Department says
Bro,
it
come
includes a
on.
negotiated increase in Seoul's share of the bill. The U.S. keeps about 20,000 troops in South Korea. And Pope Francis leaves Iraq after the first ever papal visit to that country. Pope toured 5 provinces. Religious groups work together.
What's my sequence story? It's my after-work decompression zone. So when my windshield broke, I searched for someone who really knew my car. Take my auto glass. My windshield. Then recalibrated the camera attached to my glass, so my safety system still worked. Who knew that was a thing? Safelite has service I can trust.
Hi, I'm a new customer and I want Well, I'm an existing customer and I'd like your best new smartphone deal.
For both new and existing customers.
I feel silly. But I do want the fastest 5G network. Oh, I want the fastest 5G network.
How many actually?
Yeah, boy, y'all ain't winning. Bro, man, know it. Bro, man, know it. He know dang well y'all ain't winning. That's why he left.
It's time to hit refresh. To be
Oh,
buffed up, to feel your
another one
best
left.
looking.
Dude, you not winning. Don't try.
Shampoo and hair color to eliminate gray in 5 easy minutes. It's time to look forward. Just for men, shampoo in color.
Late early tomorrow. And it's a long flight too.
It's an important time to save. With Priceline, you can get up to 60% off amazing hotels. So when you get a big deal,
Let's go.
a big deal. Priceline. Every trip is a big deal.
It's so fun to use Realtor.com. Ready to look for a house? It's so user-friendly and has so many photos.
Ah, okay, chat.
From 1,000 miles away.
Raw, and then it only shows you in that area.
Ever feel the inside of your boot after you've worn it all day? It's warm, damp, and dark, isn't it? Add in rain and snow, and you've got the perfect breeding ground for toe fungus. Beat winter toe fungus with Fungi Cure Intensive Spray. The only crystal clear, odorless spray that kills fungus and helps remove wetness on and between toes. There's nothing stronger without a prescription. Stop toe fungus in its tracks. Pick up Fungi Cure at a store near you and leave toe fungus out in the cold. Use only as directed.
At times like these, it's important to know that you're staying safe at home. Visiting Angels is committed to your safety and comfort. Our compassionate caregivers provide one-on-one essential home care services for our senior loved ones. At Visiting Angels, personal home care is our passion. We're here for you.
Visiting Angels, America's choice in home care.
Hiring? ZipRecruiter finds us the best people for the job. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate in the first day. With ZipRecruiter, we get hiring results. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/boss.
What is this?
It's Sling Watch Party. You can invite people to watch live TV with you. They have on-demand stuff too, so we could watch.
Sling Watch Party is live TV together from anywhere. Get the best of cable for the best price. Spring driving is here, and the countdown to luxury has begun at your local Cadillac showroom. Experience the iconic style and bold sophistication in a Cadillac SUV or sedan. Reward yourself and move up to a Cadillac. Get 0.9% APR for 72 months plus current eligible non-GA mileage with $3,250 total purchase allowance on the 2021 Cadillac XT6.
to brief the president this week on it. We have not done so yet.
Having sat in on briefings with him about this issue, the questions he asks are how many teachers are there? What specific steps can be done to improve the processes at the timeline of how quickly kids get from shelter facilities into homes? What's the logjam in the process?
Why did the president make the trip to see the situation himself and more in the coming weeks ahead?
I don't have anything on his schedule to read out. He felt it was most appropriate for members of his policy staff to have those conversations and do the first trip.
Well, the Biden administration is scrambling to try to deal with this issue on the border with illegal immigrant children, unaccompanied minors, showing up in these Border Patrol facilities. In fact, Monday there were some 3,200 migrant children stuck in these facilities, nearly half of those over the 3-day legal limit that the Customs and Border Protection holding facilities can keep them for. So then they have to be sent someplace else inside the U.S. According to the law, more than almost 200 of them are under the age of 13. And just to give you a perspective, back February 21st, CBP held just 9 unaccompanied children in those facilities. So what about this and where it's going? Let's bring in our panel. Fox News senior political analyst Britt Hume, Mara Liasson, national political correspondent of National Public Radio, and Byron York, chief political correspondent of the Washington Examiner. Britt, where do you see this going, and what about the administration's actions to deal with it?
Well, we're loath to call it a crisis, or calling it a challenge. Maybe we can agree on a better term, a hell of a mess. It took him a while. He went through many fits and starts and problems. But Donald Trump and his administration eventually got that border situation down there under pretty good control through a combination of the wall to the agreements with the neighboring countries to hold back some of these immigrants and have them apply for asylum from their countries and so on. And Biden came in, basically blew it all up. And now we got a mess on our hands, entirely predictable consequence of a kind of willy-nilly set of executive actions, undoing executive actions and other measures taken by the previous administration. It's clear to me now that for all political purposes, Mr. Biden and his team now own this problem.
More than 1,400 of these kids, Mara, have now been captured beyond the 72 hours that they're supposed to be, put someplace else. And they're now looking at facilities around the country, including Fort Lee, Virginia.
Yeah. They don't have like a place to put them. They wanted to reunite them with family members. They wanted to see if they could keep them in their home countries and somehow dissuade them from coming. But there are a lot of incentives to come. The idea that the Biden administration is more welcoming to immigrants. The kind of traffickers who take money from these kids' families and to get them to the United States. So it's a supply problem and a demand problem, and Biden has to figure out how to stop it at its source. He said that everything is going to try to do work with these countries, give them aid, try to keep people from coming to the border.
But Mara, isn't President Biden one of the reasons that they're coming? I mean, the message...
Absolutely. They think he has a more welcoming approach. Absolutely. And that's the tension for Biden. He wanted to change immigration policy, wanted it to be more welcoming. In certain cases, he wants to pass citizenship, especially for the Dreamers, and all that is like a magnet. And at the same time, he doesn't want to have a huge influx of people at the border. We're getting to this time of year when border crossings are higher. Springtime is when people come. So it's probably going to get worse before it gets better.
Yeah, I mean, Byron, the Trump administration would point to saying that no matter spring, summer, winter, or fall, they had a better handle on things as far as the enforcement and telling other countries in Latin America not to send kids or anybody else. Here are some senators on the issue of the border.
Biden administration essentially saying, if you're willing to make that long, dangerous journey, if you're willing to put your life at risk, your kid's life at risk, we'll put you in. They're rolling back policies to allow the border to be overrun. The asylum claims are going to go through the roof. And by the summer, you're going to have a million people coming into this country illegally, all because the liberals can do it. So you not only see the bodies back that occurred under the prior administration, but we need to have a flexible policy to protect people who are at risk, but also to make sure we have secure borders. Byron, thoughts?
Well, we know that Joe Biden was worried about this during the transition. He talked about changing President Trump's policies too quickly and ending up with 2 million people
still might get there. The message of the administration has been, if you come, you can stay. And all of this stuff we're hearing is this fact-finding trip that top officials went to the border over the weekend, and actually you heard the Vice President's Chief of Staff, Julissa Reynoso, say that they haven't talked to the President about it yet. They hope to do it sometime. But all of the policy, none of it is devoted to limiting the number of people who cross into the United States. It's accommodating the number of people who cross into the United States more quickly and more efficiency. And I do think, going from David Spunk's report tonight about Fort Lee in Virginia, if you do see the administration starting to fly people all around the country to house them, it will be harder for them to claim that it's just a challenge and not a crisis.
Yeah, Brett, I mean, clearly in the way Republicans are talking about this is going to shape up to be a big issue ahead of 2022. I want to turn for a second and talk about the COVID relief that passed the Senate 50 to 49 over the weekend, and the prospects of what that means for any other bipartisan legislation. This obviously was not that.
Well, as has been pointed out by a number of others, the Republicans went down to the White House with group relief and tried to begin negotiations with the Biden administration with their proposal for a $600 billion package. And nothing ever came of that meeting. The Biden administration simply ignored what they said and went ahead and ran through, because they could, the bill that they've now passed, which is now being fast-tracked at a time when all the signals are now suggesting that the economy is poised for a rapid recovery, bill or no bill, and we've got some staggering sum of tens of billions of dollars from the last round of relief not yet spent. So this may be a triumph, and they're all cheering it on the Senate floor and passed on Saturday night. But my guess is this may not age well.
Yeah, Mark, it's expected, obviously, to pass the House with those numbers, even with the packed majority over there. There are some things in this bill that I don't think people who were told about knew were in.
Yeah, I mean, the bill was signed, we're going to find out a lot about what's in it, but also what I think you're going to see the Biden administration do is something that they think the Obama administration didn't do enough of, is take the real book through that, try to educate people about what the government just gave them. Remember, people got the money from the Obama stimulus, but they never knew they did because it was in their paychecks instead of a check sent to their house. And this is there's a lot of social policy in this bill. The increase of the child tax credit, which by some accounts will cut child poverty in half, or by 40%. That's really big. I've also heard, although I don't know the details, that there were actually some things for specific Republicans in this bill. Maybe creating grounds for more bipartisan approach. Yeah, even though they didn't vote for it. And I think the big question for me is this was a totally partisan party line vote. When the Vice President's attention to the next big project, which is the big Build Back Better infrastructure bill, will be including Republicans at the ground floor on the discussions of how to create the package, not at the end after he has his plan and then the Republicans say, well, here's ours. But if he does truly have a bipartisan process on some of that.
We will see. It's obviously the taxpayers with footing the bill for all of this. Stand by, if you would, when we come back. New accusers against New York Democratic Governor Andrew Cuomo, and that nursing home controversy under investigation appears to be getting worse.
This program is brought to you by Comcast Business. Don't just bounce back. Bounce forward at ComcastBusiness.com.
So you're a small business, or a big one. You work right. But then, time to think, plan, pivot. How do you bounce back? You don't. You bounce forward. With serious and reliable internet, powered by the largest B2B network in America. But is it secure? Sure it's secure. And even if the power goes down, your connection doesn't. So how do I do this? You don't do this. We do this together. Bounce forward with Comcast Business.
Start the year smiling and accidental. Your new start happens every day. Get exceptional care at every step. Unparalleled safety at every visit. And flexible payment options for every budget. Now bring the Everyday Smiles event. New patients get a full exam instead of x-rays with no obligation. No insurance? No worries. It's free. Plus now all patients can get 20% off their treatment plan. Find every reason to smile. Every day at Accidental. Call 1-800-ACCIDENTAL or book today at accidental.com.
Go Bears!
addicted. Yeah, I thought it's a movie. Blue cheese. I swear I'm addicted to blue cheese. I got it loosely. I'm in the mood for Roblox now. Okay, now I started the movie. Blue cheese. I swear I'm addicted to blue cheese. I got it loosely. I know I didn't delete my Roblox. Hang on, chat. I saw this movie. Blue cheese. I swear I'm addicted to blue cheese. I got it loosely.
I was elected by the people of the state. I wasn't elected by politicians. I'm not going to resign because of allegations. The premise of resigning because of allegations is actually anti-democratic.
I've always believed that sexual harassment is unacceptable and should never be tolerated. I called for our Attorney General to do a full and thorough investigation. And I have confidence that she will do that full and thorough investigation.
I knew it.
Turn over every stone and not let any outside interference, political or otherwise, occur.
That investigation of the New York governor is now moving forward. There are 5 accusers now, 2 more over the weekend alleging sexual harassment by Governor Cuomo. As far as New York lawmakers in the State House, 47 lawmakers are now calling for his resignation or impeachment. And you see here, 35 of them Democrats, among them the New York Senate Majority Leader, Andrea Stewart-Cousins, calling for Governor Cuomo to step down. We're back with our panel. Byron, think that happens?
Well, so far he's toughed it out. Governor Northam in Virginia toughed it out after his blackface scandal in 2019. So it's possible. I mean, one of the things that's frustrating for Republicans here is it looks that if Cuomo were to go down, it would be because of this Me Too stuff and not for his horrific handling of the coronavirus pandemic, not just the lying about the nursing home deaths, but his handling overall, which is just absolutely disastrous, and which he was celebrated for at the time. But what we've seen with the head of the state senate you just mentioned comes out and says the governor should resign, apparently did that after the 4th and the 5th woman came forward to accuse Governor Cuomo of inappropriate conduct, indicating that maybe 3 was okay, but 4 and 5 is just too many.
Right.
So it's a very fluid situation now.
The nursing home scandal, obviously, maybe not taking as much focus as these accusers come forward over the weekend. But here is Thomas Avenatti, one of the state lawmakers.
Andrew Cuomo has always been known as a bully, okay? People call him a bully. What does that mean? That means he pushes very hard and doesn't have a sensitivity to what the response is in that other person. And that's exactly what sexual harassment is about. That's why he got himself into this trouble with the nursing homes.
Of any decision any governor makes, whether you protected the nursing homes or didn't, was the most significant in terms of mortality. You could save the most lives by protecting the nursing homes, and you would obviously cost a lot of lives if you made the nursing homes hotbeds for transmission.
Brad, your thoughts?
Well, I just think it's, as Byron suggested, it is a sign of our times that this terrible decision on nursing homes and other matters, which cost arguably thousands of lives, ranks second in the order of things that have got Andrew Cuomo in trouble. I think he has ground to stand on for the moment, at least on the Me Too stuff, because he's asking that we wait until
let's do some solos.
That's a perfectly reasonable position. What's striking to me is the fact that he really doesn't seem, at least, you know, all these Democrats that are criticizing, they're not criticizing.
But we're not going to do Black Lightning.
Which was deadly. They're criticizing him on this other matter, which I think really says a lot about America today.
Well, the White House is obviously not waiting for the investigation line as well, too.
Right. Sure, they want to stand back and away from all this. But look, we don't know that in the end the nursing home scandal might be the thing that really hurts him more. He's going to have due process on both of these scandals. We don't know if he's going to be Al Franken or Ralph Northam. I mean, there are different models for getting through these things. To me, the nursing home scandal seems worse and potentially more damaging, but every time another woman comes forward, and the fact that he doesn't seem to have a whole lot of friends, even in his own party in New York State, makes it tenuous. But you know what? He is due process like anyone else who would be accused.
Mark, you think Ralph Northam in Virginia could get through the blackface?
Yeah, we're going to finish it off with the Wildcat.
Well, it wasn't that long ago that he got through it. I mean, it was only 2019. You're saying that it would be summer. Yeah.
Do it. Go ahead. I'm going to break it. Yeah, you know, but...
I don't know the answer to that. But that one was so confusing, and he even said that in the end that wasn't him in the picture. So I'm not sure about that.
We're just going to play one game. One more game. It's going to be our only game. And that way we'll have time to watch Bad Boys 2, Bad Boys 2 in the freaking house. Yeah, Bad Boys. What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad Boys. What you gonna do?
In New Jersey, we give our all to making kids free. In Virginia, we're helping kids in need get it done. And over 200 local charities serve nationwide.
You missed, blonde face. That's what you get. Now you can die. Now whoever shot him, you can die.
It all starts with an invitation. The Invitation to Lexus sales event.
Get 0% APR financing on the 2021 NX300.
Experience and special Lexus dealer.
Honestly, you deserve that, bro. I don't know how to survive.
Great. And when you get a big deal, you feel like a big deal. Priceline. Every trip is a big deal. Balance of Nature is the best fruit and vegetable products on the market. What makes us the best? It's not about how many different fruits and vegetables are in each capsule. It's about having the right fruits and vegetables in the right quantity. That's what Balance of Nature has done. Our proprietary blend of fruits and vegetables has been handpicked by Dr. Howard based on his extensive research. Fruits and vegetables are made of hundreds of thousands of phytochemicals that work together to help your cells regenerate better, faster, and stronger. Only fresh whole fruits and vegetables are inside the capsule. You won't find any fillers, binding agents, or preservatives of any kind. You will only find fruits and vegetables the way Mother Nature intended. Search
your journey with the best fruit and vegetable products on the market today by going to balanceofnature.com or by calling
Indeed you do. The moment you sponsor a job on Indeed, $5 credit when you post your first job at Indeed.com/home. Confidence that only comes from nailing your work from one better? No, it's the confidence.
Dude, how are you that bad?
Carter Ruth Finance and Advance. Get personalized real rates with no impact on your credit score. With Carter Ruth Finance and Advance.
Well, hello. Look at all of you. How fun. Tell me how much weight you lost with Nickerson. 40.
Don't know how you were that bad. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? You gotta know when to pop the mag kit and when not to. Like right here, if I was like 88 or above, I would pop it. Or I wouldn't pop it. But if I'm like 87 or lower though, I'm not popping it. I mean, I'm popping it. Because that 87 or below can make a difference. So could that 88, but if I have full shield, I'm definitely not gonna pop it.
Presenting the Urolift system, an outpatient treatment that simply reopens the channel to increase flow.
Bro, what the hell, bro? Because I couldn't hit a single freaking shot. I'm rich. Already got some design. Hold on my pants. I just want some ice on my better when I dance. Got you looking. Got you looking at it. Put you in a trance.
Final passage for massive COVID relief bill on party
I just wanna roll it to the devil ranch. I already got some design. Hold on my pants. I just want some ice on my.
I predict this. AOC and other House Dems come out against COVID relief bill, claiming it does not have enough money.
I just want some ice on my wrist. I look better when I dance. Have you put you in the trance?
Well, mine's kind of a fantasy headline.
No!
Harry and Meghan apologize. We're trading on the royal family's name. They're not going to do it, but if they did, it would be true. That's quite a story in and of itself. Panel, thank you very much, and thank you for inviting us into your home tonight. That is it for this special report. Fair, balanced, and still unafraid. Fox News Prime Time, hosted this week by former South Carolina Congressman Trey Gowdy, starts right now. Trey, you're back in the hot seat. You ready? Yes, sir, I am, and it is warm. How are you, Trey? Something hopeful and something happy this evening. And then, ironically enough, a woman named Shirley urged me to go in another direction. That is MSNBC. And then, supposed to be a segment about the minimum wage, she could not resist. This is what she said. Kind of like the Kid Scott getting his diversity over that round of words, that basketball award. A patina of diversity. To save you the trouble of looking that word up, a patina is a superficial covering. It's her way of calling Senator Scott a prop or a token. But she's done that too in the past.
When your appointment is seen by some as a measure of progress, others have called you a mere token, elevated only to show that the GOP has gotten the diversity memo it missed this past election. But I do hope that as a senator, you'll prove those who call you a token wrong.
For a party and a media that claim to love civility in public discourse and rooting out the hot political rhetoric and finding some unity, she has a really weird way of showing it. Like ignoring policy debates and engaging in personal attacks. If Joy Reid knew anything about Tim Scott, she would understand full well why he would be participating in a press conference on the minimum wage. If she knew anything about Tim Scott, she would understand why he is frequently front and center. Because he's on the Senate Finance Committee. Because he was on the House Ways and Means Committee. Because he dedicated himself to becoming an expert. And yet in a press conference about tax reform, yet another woke liberal referred to him as a prop. I cannot tell you the number of times Tim Scott excused himself from the dinner table in Washington to take a call from a colleague while the Senate was negotiating and drafting tax legislation. They were not calling Tim Scott because he is black. They were calling him because he is an expert in tax legislation. He was at the forefront of police reform legislation because he knows what it's like to be stopped while driving, stopped while someone else is driving, and he was even stopped from entering the United States Capitol. He also knows the power of a justice system that is respected and worthy of respect. He knows the anguish of officer-involved shootings. He knows the pain and the grief spouses of police officers feel because he is the first one to call the surviving spouse of their police officer. He was at the forefront of this debate because he's lived this debate in a way that very few other United States senators ever have or ever will. You know, Kamala Harris and Cory Booker were part of that national debate as well. But neither one of them was called a racist by liberal Senator Dick Durbin. But Tim Scott is. Tim Scott is at the forefront of issues in Washington because he has earned the right to be there. Through hard work, through learning the issues, through experiencing the issues, and through the respect, earning the respect of his peers on both sides of the aisle. You know, Joy Reid is welcome to have whatever political beliefs she wants. I don't think she's ever run for office before, and my guess is she wouldn't win if she did. That's policy. But when she calls a United States senator who's a subject matter expert, a prop, a token, or a superficial covering, that's personal. And that's wrong. And she should be held to account. Now, I'm having to say this now. Because when Tim Scott joins us in just a moment,
I just want to early the government. I'm just trying to hold up my pants.
he's driven by policy, not personal attacks. He doesn't make personal attacks. He rarely responds to those made against him by others. He is driven by faith, which is the cornerstone of his life. You know, not the faith where God tells you to do the easy thing, the kind of faith where he actually forgives people when it's hard. In short, Tim Scott is too good of a person to respond to the likes of Joy Reid, but I am not. Tim Scott is a United States senator who worked his tail off to be part of nearly every significant policy conversation this country has. He can stand wherever the hell he wants to stand, in any group he wants to stand with, because he's earned the right to be there. The fact that you see a black man as a prop, Joy Reid, says a lot more about you than it does about Canada. I see a United States senator. And if you really were interested in unity or fair treatment or respect and civil discourse, that's what you would see too. And now, the senator from the great state of South Carolina, Tim Scott. Thank you for joining us, Senator.
Hey, what's up, buddy? How are you?
Good. I had to get a little something off my chest, but thank you for joining us. I actually don't want to talk to you about any of that. I want to talk to you about what's in the COVID relief bill that the Senate just passed, and what should we be scared of.
Well, thanks, sir. Let me just say this on what you just said. Woke supremacy is as bad as white supremacy. We need to take that seriously. And to all those folks who post good common sense, Matthew 5:44 is still available to be read and read. But to the COVID relief package, let me just say this. It is not a COVID relief package. It's more of a progressive payment plan because it pays everybody. It pays students, it pays states, it pays prisoners. Think about this, Trey. California, that is predicted to have a $19 billion surplus, gets $40 billion out of the fund of $350 billion set aside for states who need help. If you don't need help, you shouldn't get it. And why is the taxpayer, or why are all taxpayers funding and subsidizing blue states that have surpluses? 1% of the programs, 1% goes to vaccines. Less than 10% goes to COVID relief. In other words, as Bernie Sanders said, this is the most progressive piece of legislation to pass the Senate since he's been a senator. That says a lot when you make Bernie Sanders blush over progressive policy.
Well, I hate to be cynical and I hate to be slow, but if I hear you right, what you're saying is the COVID relief bill doesn't have all that much to do with COVID. It's kind of a Christmas list for the progressives.
Absolutely, but you think about the fact that unemployment will be in September. We added 300,000 jobs, and our unemployment rate was down. You think about the fact that they're literally going to cut a check, the new part of the American economy, because they can. It's hard to spend $2 trillion. Oh, by the way, this is the only relief bill that was purely partisan. Not a single Republican in the Senate voted for it. The 5 previous relief bills under Senate Republican majority, 90+ senators voted for all of them.
Hey, enjoy that chat real quick while I do something.
1-0. For a Senate that feel like it. That's bad for the American taxpayer.
Bro, why does it do this?
Yes, Senator, you're right. It's 50-50, and that hardly seems the time to be pursuing this transformative generational change. But it seems the Democrats are heck-bent on trying to do, even in an evenly divided Senate. We got about a minute. What else is coming up that the American people should be fearful of from this 50 senators overplaying their hand?
You should look for another round of the minimum wage, and also look for the greatest transformation of voting we've ever seen in this country. What we saw in 2020, all of the things that we saw should be taken care of. But what the Democrats want to do is codify law, allowing a 16-year-old to vote, not an 18, but a 16-year-old. They're going to transform the way that we vote in this nation. We should stand strong for things like voter ID, eliminating or reducing the amount of mail-in ballots. We should find ways to focus on states' responsibilities for voting, not nationalizing voting. And then there's something called the Equality Act. The only thing that it's not is equal. It's not fair. It discriminates against women. But that's what they're going to do for the next several weeks. We have to block and tackle like we've never done before.
Well, you're an old college football player. Of course, I think you were on the other side of the ball. But I got all the confidence in the world, and it was great to see you. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you soon.
Thanks, sir.
Yes, sir. Through the years, we've seen powerful figures on both sides of the aisle accused of inappropriate sexual behavior. But why does it seem they're always being held to different standards? Molly Hemingway and Kim Klacik are here on that next.
This program is brought to you by the Lincoln family of luxury
Comfort in the extreme. The Lincoln family of luxury SUVs.
We make USAA insurance for members like Martin, an Air Force veteran made of doing what's right, not what's easy. So when a hailstorm hit, USAA reached out before he could even inspect the damage.
That's how you do it, right?
USAA insurance is made just the way Martin's family needs it. With hassle-free claims, he got paid before his neighbors even got started. Because doing right by our members, that's what's right. USAA. What you're made of, we're made for.
My car is my after-work decompression zone. So when my windshield broke, I found the experts at Safeway Auto Glass. They have exclusive technology and service I can trust.
This is not just another street.
You might want to move on.
without question that the Dexcom system is the most powerful tool to help navigate diabetes better on a daily basis.
I love it. I just wear a little sensor and that's it. It's totally painless and private.
The Dexcom sends my glucose readings to my receiver every 5 minutes. I just pull it out of my pocket, look, and I don't have to prick my finger.
Dexcom puts you in control, not your diabetes.
Guys, feeling tired, getting soft, growing old? Wake up and grab an ageless male fat with a non-prescription ingredient that helps boost your total testosterone from the one and only #1 brand in America. Tony here from CreditRepair.com. Take it to the streets to talk about credit. Let's go. Can your credit score impact your job? Or no? No. Oh, no. Cut the confusion at CreditRepair.com. As people get older and struggle with paying back, there's nothing they can do about it. So Managing will be here for 100% drug-free relief factor, along with the owners speaks 7,000. I'm sure you hear more skeptical people. Oh, you bet we do, but thanks to Relief Factor, a person of the age really can do better next year than they did 5 generations, 15 years ago. Like this person. I had to learn to cut back on certain exercises that I used to do because they hurt too much. Since I've been on Relief Factor, I've been able to do these exercises again. I'm in much better shape and able to do those exercises without pain. If Relief Factor can help me and thousands of others, it can help you too. The 3-week quick stop is discounted to only $19.95. Go to ReliefFactor.com or call 800-4-RELIEF. Hundreds of thousands have already taken that first step. Maybe you should too.
Did you know that customers who use the Spectrum Mobile calculator see they could be saving money every month, even hundreds of dollars a year? The calculator will show you in 3 easy steps which plans fit your family needs and how much you could save by switching to Spectrum Mobile. Whether it's by the gig, unlimited, or a combination of both, you'll only pay for the data you need. Try the Spectrum Mobile calculator today by going to spectrummobile.com/save.
Hi, I'm Wade. I'm a college graduate who thought I'd be smart enough to pre-file my taxes online and save $80. What was I wrong? I got a letter from the IRS saying I owed over $14,000. Fortunately, I turned to M&M Income Tax Service and they double-checked my return and turned my $14,000 balance into a $6,000.
Ooh, the ladies in the item shop.
Get an M&M tax professional to file a tax return. You already file online, tax return by M&M Tax Service, and let them double-check it for free.
Since I've been following politics, there have been both Republicans and Democrats accused of sexual impropriety, harassment, unlawful touching, inappropriate comments, and creating hostile work environment. And it's not just politicians. Media executives have been accused, entertainers have been accused, pastors have been accused. The allegations are individual, of course. Each victim or complaining witness has her own specific
Gundam
allegations.
style.
But the allegations have similarities. This has me wondering, can't we have this
Hey,
standard for judging misconduct?
come on down to the butter barn.
Can't we have this one standard that doesn't depend on
Come on down to the butter barn.
or the person making the accusation?
It's back. Brilliant stalker.
Process for accepting, evaluating, and determining these allegations.
Bro, I thought this woman was in there.
For how we avoid due process and seek to find the truth of the matter at hand.
I don't see her. I don't see it. Come on down to the butter barn.
You have the right to be heard. You have the right to be believed. And we're with you. The right to be believed, she said. I wonder if that's true, Secretary Clinton, of the women who accused Andrew Cuomo. I wonder if that's true of the woman who accused President Biden. I wonder if that's true of the women who accused President Clinton. Or
is the standard different when you're accusing Republicans versus accusing Democrats? Vice President Kamala Harris, Senator Gillibrand, Senator Lady Romero, they all have a simple mantra when Brett Kavanaugh was accused of a crime. They said women should be believed. What made it especially interesting is that some of those senators said they believed the witness even before the witness said a word. How can you possibly believe someone who hasn't said anything yet? I mean, think about that for a second. How can you believe a witness when the witness hasn't spoken? Doesn't it sort of depend on what the witness says? I mean, don't you want to hear the allegation first? And the same is true on the other side of the political spectrum. When a former staffer accused Joe Biden of what would legally constitute rape, there were Republicans who were quicker to believe her than they are to believe women who accuse prominent Republicans of sexual harassment, misconduct, or criminality. And even as allegations swirl around Andrew Cuomo, there are also allegations against Republican members of Congress. Do we have the same process for evaluating both? Or is the process different based on who is being accused? What if we had just one standard? Just one standard for accepting, evaluating, and then determining credibility, no matter whether the accuser is a Republican or a Democrat, no matter whether the accused is a Republican or a Democrat. One standard, one set of rules, equally applied. What if we agreed victims or complaining witnesses or those who believe they were wronged or victimized have the right to present their facts without fear, retribution, or intimidation? What if we agreed we would apply the same standard of credibility regardless of political ideation? That we would judge believability, demeanor, motive, bias, opportunity to observe, access to information, corroboration, consistency, inconsistency, the timing of the disclosure versus any reasons disclosure maybe wasn't possible or practical. In other words, what if we applied the same credibility standard to these allegations as we do allegations in every other facet of life, including the courtroom? What if we had just one single standard by which we judge everyone? And what if we rebuke politicians who tell us dumb things like they can tell whether a witness is telling the truth or not before the witness actually says a word? Or politicians in the media who have different standards based on the political ideation of the person being accused? One standard, one form of due process, one justice, equal justice, good enough for everyone, even in a divided country. What if we could unite around a single standard of fairness for both friend and foe? Equal justice for all. Equal justice under the law. That is the phrase carved in stone atop our Supreme Court. If only we could carve it into our minds as well. That would be a good and different kind of America. Joining me now, Molly Hemingway, senior editor at the Federalist, and Kim Klacik, president of Red Renaissance. Molly, I can't think of anyone who knows more about what now Justice Kavanaugh went through than you. Did you see the same response to Kavanaugh as what you're seeing with the media with Cuomo, or are there two different standards?
Well, there are two different standards, and it's not just about whether Republicans believe accusations against Democrats or Democrats believe accusations against Republicans, although there's a bit of human nature to that. You're actually seeing an attack on the rule of law itself. You saw it during the Kavanaugh confirmation, where senators were saying that they didn't believe that Brett Kavanaugh had a right to due process when he was accused without evidence of all sorts of completely unsubstantiated and ridiculous things. You also see it today when Joe Biden issues an executive order about his plan to get rid of due process when college students are accused of improprieties. You know, this is something that the left has really pushed, this idea that you do not have the right to be to to have a defense or to see your accuser. If you are a college student who's accused of misconduct, it's not just politics, but an actual disagreement about whether rule of law exists or whether due process is important. And this is something that really threatens the entire republic.
You know, Kim, I used to say we don't use procedures and policies in the courtroom because they're not right because we use them in the courtroom. We decided to use them in the courtroom because we first found them to be right. What about this notion that we have one standard? I mean, how do we get, to Molly's point, how do we get to the point of applying due process no matter the circumstance?
Well, unfortunately, Congressman, if it wasn't for double standards, there's plenty of media that doesn't have those standards at all. You know, these allegations that are coming out against Governor Cuomo should be taken very seriously. And I was going to talk about even the fact that the nursing home debt, to me, the fact that he fudged the numbers, that should be investigated thoroughly. So here have been some stories coming forward that should have them under a microscope, but again, you know, we have spies in the media where it's not. I recall where Congresswoman Nina Love was trying to push forward with that slush fund book that is sitting down in the Department of Treasury right now, hiding a lot of those on Capitol Hill that paid out $17 million to individuals that kept quiet about sexual harassment allegations and charges. And so for her, she was trying to put that forward and say, look, Democrat or Republican, we want to know who these individuals are. And I agree, and that's what I was going to do if I were to go to the House in 2020, this past election cycle. And I have to say, for all the women that have come forward so far, you know, that is an act of bravery. I know it's not easy, but I think that the women that might come forward, you know, in the future against anyone, I hope that the time doesn't sway their decision whether or not to come forward, because the great Congressman once said, there's no statute or limitation on the truth, and Trey, I agree with you on that statement.
I think that was a real washed-up congressman that said that. We got about 45 seconds. I'm going to split it equally. You know, the media had Cuomo as a possible presidential candidate, then they gave him an award, and then he was mentioned for possibly Attorney General. I mean, is the fact that they have so much egg on their faces, is that why they've been slow to cover Cuomo and his administration, or am I missing something? I'll give you each 20 seconds.
I do think that that is why they're focused so much on these allegations from women who say that the taxes that Andrew Cuomo made them feel uncomfortable. But far more important are the 15,000 people who died because of his policies and his attempt to cover it up.
Absolutely, I have to agree with Molly here. I mean, I think, unfortunately, they put him up on this pedestal and they made it seem like he was the guy that combated Trump and what he was doing, and everyone wants to blame Trump to begin with. Meanwhile, Governor Cuomo is fudging the numbers from nursing homes, and now he does have so many allegations coming forward. So yes, I love the case.
It's really hard to imagine him being confirmed for Attorney General while he's also under investigation by the Department of Justice. But that's what the media wanted about 2 months ago. Thank you both for joining us. From gun control to immigration, it seems that every day the Democrats' agenda strays further and further to the left, begging the question, who really is in charge? Jim Jordan is here next on that.
Renee is not a historian. It's more of a groundbreaker. Just look at the way she's reshaped and reimagined. For 4 acres less than that. It's not hard to tell she's the real deal. Renee runs with us on a John Deere 1-year tractor, because out here, you can't take it down with stuff. Nothing runs like a Deere. Get a 1-series tractor starting at $99 per month.
I love my wife, and my 2 sons. They're very important to me. That's why I try to keep myself healthy. There's a lot of confusion out there. Every day, oh, this person says, oh, that doesn't. It's always changing every day, every day. I knew that was never really easy enough. That was one thing that I always felt that I could improve upon. So when I heard about the outfit, it sounded interesting because, you know, you have all that info. It doesn't have to be rejected. I went on and I started thinking about information for myself. The years that I've been on it, I don't know, I've had a cold. That's why I feel nothing close to the book. I don't have any more of that confusion with what's in it. fruits and vegetables are good. There's never going to be a dispute over that.
Start today by going to balanceofnature.com and use discount code FOXNEWS.
Bipolar depression. It's a dark, lonely place. This is art inspired by real stories of people living with bipolar depression. Emptiness. A hopeless struggle. The lows of bipolar depression can disrupt your life and be hard to manage. Latuda could make a real difference in your symptoms. Latuda was proven to significantly reduce bipolar depression symptoms, and in clinical studies had no substantial impact on weight. Now I'm feeling connected.
Latuda is not for everyone. Call your doctor about unusual mood changes, behaviors, or suicidal thoughts. Antidepressants can increase these in children, teens, young adults. Elderly dementia patients are predicted to have an increased risk of death or stroke. Call your doctor about fever, stiff muscles, and confusion, as these may be life-threatening, or uncontrollable muscle movements, as these may be permanent. These are not all serious side effects.
This is where I want to be.
Talk to your doctor and ask if Latuda can make the difference you've been looking for in your bipolar depression symptoms.
I was hesitant to get the hearing aids because of my short hair, but nobody even sees them.
Discover the exclusive new Miracle Ear Mini Unmuted Invisible Hearing Aid from the brand Leaderman Hearing Aids with over 70 years of experience.
When I finally had Miracle Ear and I could hear for the first time, I started crying. I could hear everything.
New Miracle Ear Mini. So small and comfortable that no one will see them, but you'll notice the difference. Call today to start your 30-day risk-free trial at your local Miracle Ear. If you're 55 and up, T-Mobile has plans built just for you. Get 2 unlimited lines, $70, and now get Netflix on us in your plan. This way is fixed. You'll get exactly $70 more this month and every month. Plus, switch today, you get a free smartphone for each line. The best value and award-winning customer service. Only at T-Mobile. Opportunities are all about timing. So if you're turning 65 or retiring soon, it's time to take advantage of a plan that gives you